In this episode, I will be talking about a telegraph I have made, and specifically how to set it up. So I have made 3 different designs. So here we have classical, vintage and antique. So these come in 2 sizes and are fully functional. So here we have the small one and the medium one. So we can see here, if I go full, both will show, and it will also show with this arrow. And if I go full here too, it will show up here and the engine will turn on and all these work, as you can see. So now we're in the workbench and I'll show you how to set it up. So I grab a new one here. When you first open the vehicle, this is what you're greeted with. So when you first open the vehicle, this is what you'll be greeted with, 2 microcontrollers. So we have the bridge microcontroller and the engine. The first thing you want to make is the bridge telegraph. So I'll just make 2 medium, place them like this. Then you want to connect your video signal. If you have medium, you want to connect your 2x2 monitor to the medium, or 2x2. And to connect your engine telegraph microcontroller, you need to go in here and specify right here the size. So I have selected 2x2. So now we can connect. You also want to connect your composite. So we take the first monitor. I have 3 different, so we take the first and connect it to the bridge. And in the engine microcontroller we only have 1, so we connect it to. When you connect the composite to the bridge telegraph, you have to specify how big it is. So you see here, monitor 1 size, we have it 2x2, so you select that. You also want to connect the microcontrollers, like you see here. Now we can set up the sound, so I'll just place 2 buzzers for each microcontroller. And here it will say what settings you'll use. So I'm using train bell, but you can use whatever you like to. So something I didn't show in the intro was that your engine telegraph can automatically follow bridge orders. So we'll just set up a button and connect it to our automatic change. And lastly, we will make a button to turn on our monitors. So when everything's ready, just spawn it in and you'll hear a bell sound, that's okay. So everything looks good so far, we can test it. And we see it follows. Okay, so that didn't sound right. So after some testing I found out that I had selected train bell 1 instead of train bell 2. So now it should sound alright, yeah. So both are working now. And if I select the automatic change, you can see it waits a moment and then the bridge telegraph follows. Everything looks good, so now we can go forward and connect the engine. I'll just make a simple motor and connect it to a propeller, nothing fancy. Okay, so when you made your motor, steam valve or whatever you want to control, you will just simply have to connect it to the engine throttle / steam valve. So the throttle is now configured, and if you want reverse, you need to grab a gearbox and simply set the ratio on to reverse and connect it to gearbox reverse. And then we need to grab the propeller again. And now everything should be good. So let's turn it on and try it. Okay, RPS is 19, and when we hit reverse, it goes -19. So everything's good. And to show that the automatic change works, we can select it, and it goes to what we have selected in bridge. So we can select stop, and it follows, and the propeller slows down. Now that you're set up your telegraph and engine, I'll show you how to customize. So first off, we can start with the bridge telegraph. In here you can set your monitor sizes in case you want multiple monitors and of course in different sizes. So we can simply set up a smaller monitor. We will connect it to the second monitor slot and take the video feed from the 1x1. And then we need to specify, okay, 1x1, that's right. Here we can also set to mirror the telegraph, and of course here you can set your classic, vintage and antique style. You can also set sign marks, so let's select port, and handle customization, you can select without bars or with bars. So we'll take with bars. And let's set it to classic. So the engine telegraph is mostly the same. Here you can set your output value at different throttle levels. So just for demonstration, I can set it to 0.1 at full throttle and we can see it when it's on. You can also set your response time. So let's say we want a really fast response time, half a second. You can also set your monitor size and your style. Side markings, I will select starboard. And lastly, the handle customization, I will select without bars. So let's spawn it and see. We can turn it on and see that small telegraph is connected. And here we can see the port marking that we selected and the subword marking here. So let's turn on the automatic change, and when we go full throttle, we have a response time on a half a second. And remember that we set our full throttle to 0.1. Here we can see that. So when we go medium, it should increase. And yeah, it does. So this was a short video to showcase my telegraph and how to set it up. I'll probably release the telegraph to the Steam Workshop tomorrow, and if not, pretty soon. If you like what you saw, please consider to subscribe and like, it helps out a bunch. See you.